Hi guys, welcome back on board of the Crypto Cruise. It's me, Chris, and today we're going to talk about Ethereum Classic. What Ethereum Classic is all about, what makes it unique. We're going to talk some chart analysis, potential price target, potentially one Ethereum Classic where it's going to end up in this bull cycle once the true speculation of the altcoin season happen. We're also going to talk about Ethereum chart, and of course we're going to start today's show with the Bitcoin chart as we always do. And not only that, but we're going to talk about the crypto markets in general. So I've told you guys what we are seeing right now. It's a correction that in my personal opinion won't last long. Now we have two options. We broke out of this bearish channel pattern. We broke above it. And potentially we can form right now a higher low, which is a bullish structure for continuation of the trend on the upside, and a V-shaped recovery pretty much, and potentially by end of October this year, I'm not going to be surprised if Bitcoin start hitting price of above 150,000. I mean, we have to establish one thing when it comes to Bitcoin and the traditional markets such as S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial, that in a definite raging bull market. And the bottom of the bear market happened in November of 2022, almost 3 years ago, at price of around 15,000. At the time of recording this video, Bitcoin price is around 111,000. So we're definitely in a bull cycle, and corrections like these are actually healthy, and they're actually for buying. And I mean, basically they're following the trend, which is a bullish trend. And the trend is our friend, as long as we don't see anything, the structure like broken down. I mean, I'm anticipating higher prices for Bitcoin. Now, when it comes to Ethereum, I've been nothing but right, and I mean, I'm anticipating way higher prices for Ethereum as well. For Ethereum, I see this huge reverse head and shoulders, a bullish chart pattern, and of course the right shoulder, a huge ascending triangle pattern. And this resistance line was basically this is the sign where we're in a full-blown bull market when it comes to Ethereum. We broke out of this resistance line, forming from 8th of November 2021, its previous all-time high, at price of around 4,870. We tested it again in March of 2024. We tested it again at the end of May of 2024. We even tested it at the end of last year at price of around 4,000. While everyone was thinking we're going to start breaking above and we start testing all-time high prices for Ethereum, we actually capitulated. We recovered. Trump introduced the tariffs, a V-shaped recovery. We broke out of this resistance line. We start testing price of above 4,300. And as I've said, I'm not going to be surprised to come back to this price of around between 4,000 and 4,100. Exactly what we did. Test this previous resistance line into support. Now turning it into support for continuation of the trend on the upside. And if we measure this huge ascending triangle pattern, which again, to repeat myself, is a bullish structure, measure from the bottom to the top, the price target should be above 6,600. And this is something where Ethereum is heading in the immediate short term. I'm not going to be surprised if by end of October, early November, Ethereum start testing price of above 6,600. Again, we can have one final correction for and a blow off top, which can occur February, March of next year. And I'm not going to be surprised if Ethereum start testing price of above $10,000 or 5 digits when it comes to Ethereum. Now let's just talk about Ethereum Classic and where I'm anticipating for Ethereum Classic to actually go. So right now, what I'd like to see for Ethereum Classic is to regain some bullish momentum. What I'm actually seeing, a little bit of a bullish structure forming this double bottom formation, a W formation, and now basically consolidating above this price target for continuation of the trend on the upside. Now let's just look how previously happened with Ethereum Classic. And in the 2017 bull cycle, Ethereum Classic, I think it went below $1, right? It went even to 70 cents in 2016. And in the peak of the altcoin season in December of 2017, Ethereum Classic actually went prices of above, it went just below $50. So that's around 50x. So the previous bull cycle, the bull cycle of 2020, 2021, I think it bottomed. It actually the bottom of the bear market. It didn't happen when COVID happened, which was in March of 2020. It actually occurred at the end of December of 2020 at prices below $5. And then the peak of the altcoin season in May of 2021, it went to 175. So that's again over 50, almost 60x. So let's say the first bull cycle it went 60x. The second bull cycle of 2021 went 60x. And now if we measure it, if we measure the bottom of this bear market, right, which for Ethereum happened on 14th of April 2025, when we had this huge liquidation process, not only for the crypto markets, but for the traditional markets as well. The price target for Ethereum Classic went down to $12. So if something like that plays out and we multiply it, right, Ethereum Classic can potentially go prices of above $600. I mean, it happened before in the past, it can potentially happen again. Again, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice, it's for pure entertainment purposes, and before you do anything, do due diligence and make your own research, because as I've said, this is not a financial advice. Now, this bull cycle is quite difficult to navigate, but eventually the price target remain, in my personal opinion, remains the same. So we've tested, we've tested this huge resistance line multiple times in May of 2017 and in June 2017. We tested it again in December of 2017, and we tested it again in May of 2021. So it's potentially possible for Ethereum Classic to go and test these prices, right? To test these prices. So let's just say if we zoom it a bit further down, right? Let's say here we go and tested it. Let's say by the end of this year, early next one, the price target should be somewhere around $360 when it comes to Ethereum Classic. Again, since we've tested this resistance line multiple times in the past, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised at all if Ethereum Classic breaks above this resistance line, have a full price discovery, and have and the test price of around $600, just the way it did in 2017 bull cycle, and just it did in the 2020-2021 bull cycle as well. Again, let's see how this thing is going to play out. Ethereum Classic can easily go to zero, so always do diligence and make your own research, because as I've said, this is not a financial advice. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all support. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do this for absolutely free. And if you want to subscribe to my Patreon and truly support my work, that would be absolutely amazing. With that subscription comes my 2 books of how to become a sophisticated trader, exclusive one-on-one consultations, how to navigate through that really difficult bull cycle, and of course exclusive content with the most undervalued, underappreciated coins, in my personal opinion. Some of them 50, 100x potential, and it's definitely, there's a lot more on my Patreon, definitely worth checking it. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and we see each other tomorrow. Goodbye.